स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishnaय ते नमः. Ramakrishna introducing Narayan to the world, to others who are mature in life, who have experiences of the world behind, but are not able to gauge what Narayan is. In simple way, he is introducing Narayan when a still boy, yet to come up, what would be future, how he is going to transform the social conditions, how he is going to give a new ideal to the world, how he is going to bring about the transformation, how he is going to fulfill the mission of the Lord who has come down again to the world. To know that in spite of Sri Ramakrishna's telling and introducing in various ways, expounding his greatness, people could hardly understand him till he went to the West and attended the Parliament of Religion, where he presented Hinduism as the supreme understanding of God and Hinduism as mother of all religions. The important thing is Hindutva. When we use the term Hindutva, we must know it is transcendence of all limitations. All differences will dissolve, and what we call spirituality or divinity, it is there, all differences dissolve. Hinduism, when we say in essence and reality, we mean an entirely different thing. In normal world of differences, the people used Hinduism or Hindutva in a particular way. But in essence and reality, it is where all the religions and all other aspects of human existence dissolve their differences and find oneness. This is the most important part, because Hinduism stands not on the dictums or certain notions, but it stands firmly on the rock foundation of realization of God. And every bit of Hinduism, whether it is worship or prayer, is backed by a philosophy which is in tune with nature. The eternal principles of nature governing human life are brought down, and the life is governed in such a way the human evolution to his divinehood is possible. The whole, every bit, even way of sleeping, eating, sitting, getting up, thoughts, the feelings and actions, whatever man does, whatever the scriptures, Hindu scriptures prescribe, has a definite meaning and is in tune with nature and divine always. It is not some moral standards or ethical principles that are brought to keep the society in calmness. No war, goody-goody, that is not the aim. It is to transcend and go beyond, where all aspects of divine from ancient times, in whatever way the human have experienced God, are there in Hinduism. All aspects of God, all understanding of God, all ways of realizing God, all experiences, whatever way God was experienced by humans from ancient time, is there in Hinduism. The main 5 aspects of God, the transcendental reality, the immanent reality, the Lord of the universe, the incarnation, and the indweller, Antaryamin. All these aspects together is the understanding of God in Hinduism. So, whatever exists in the encyclopedia of religious understanding and spiritual or divine aspects of existence, it is there in Hinduism. And every bit has a meaning, every bit has a purpose of human evolution. So this aspect, which anybody wants anything, any way of going to God, it can be directly seen in Hinduism, whether it is Saguna Sakara or Nirguna Nirakara, whatever you want, every aspect of God is there. This Hinduism, Vivekananda presents to the world. And when he presents the Vedanta also, the Advaitic Vedanta, he dissociates from the not traditional, but the modern understanding of religion that we call Hinduism. From that he dislodges Vedanta and presents to the world as universal truth. So here we see, then we understand what Naren was. None of these, Naren, Thakur is telling all these things about Naren, but who could understand? Just the faith in Sri Ramakrishna, they looked at him, maybe he's a great person. That's all. To see greatness, experience greatness, and understand greatness is something else. You have to wait for the time. It is in womb of the future. Who could see? And here we see that Thakur is telling, and he declares he will lead a celibate life. Celibate life, yesterday in sufficient details we saw. Main thing is to establish my identity as spiritual being independent of bodily existence. Second thing is how best I can relate myself with the divine. From beginning, from the I am a servant of God, I am a child of God. Developing the relationship, ultimately I am that Brahman, the absolute existence. To establish my real identity, to detach myself from bodily existence, I do. And then, why celibacy? Then, total freedom in every respect, free from all obligations of the world, free from all obligations of the family, all obligations of the social structure, of the political forces, national awarenesses, all these human transcends. And two things: I relate to God, I expand to be one with all beings. Just a word, celibacy. Main thing is detachment from the bodily existence to find my own real existence. Denial. The more I am worldly, more I am body. I am less I am worldly, more I am spiritual, being spirit. So we saw other aspects of also of celibate life. He has been devoted to God since his very boyhood. Here we see he has been, just before that, this sentence is, he declares that he will be a celibate. He will lead a celibate life, and immediately Ramakrishna, he has been devoted. Means celibate life is to build up a relationship with God. Here we become clear. What am I? What is he? What is that? What is my relationship with the divine? So here he has been devoted to God since his very boyhood. Devoted to God. Devotion is different from love of God. Bhakta, bhakti, prema, preeti, these are all different aspects of relationship. When we say devoted to God, I entirely, all aspects of my being are working for God. Devoted. I have body, I have mind, I have senses, I have heart, I have intellect. All these layers of my existence are working for God. Devoted. Bhakta. I share, bhaj to share, bhakta. Vibhakta, bhakta. So, all these are meant for God. And its only purpose, when we say a devotee, he is externally, he may be occupied with so many duties and responsibilities of the world, but he is detached from the world and his inner being is offered to God. Externally, he is one with all beings, all people, doing all the duties of life, but he is uninvolved participant. He is unentangled personality in the world. He is totally detached in the world, but working in the world. And Bhagavad Gita, one shloka comes. Do you remember? Vishayan indriyais charan atma vasher vidhe atma prasadam adhigacchati. He, with the senses under control, he moves about freely in the world. Nothing stains him, nothing binds him. Freely he is moving about. So, this aspect of existence to be in the world and remain detached from within. And does it end with detachment? No, it is attached to God. Jagate virag, Bhagavane anurag. Detached from the world, virag. Virag means he is just udasina bhava. There is no dislike or attachment. Likes and beyond likes and dislikes. Beyond raga dvesha. Beyond aversions and attachments. Raga dvesha. So when he moves about, and one Jagate Virag, another aspect is there. Bhagavane Anurag. After detaching, what will he do? He has to attach somewhere. There are only two things. One is world, one is God. So here devoted. He is devoted from childhood. Some are devoted to various things in the world. Some are devoted, suppose scientists are devoted in research. Some are devoted to the world to earn money, possess money, wealth. Some are devoted to their family. Some are devoted to the nation. Whole mind is occupied by that. All aspects of body and mind are given to that. Suppose I am devoted to nation, I am a patriot. I have given myself totally to the nation, welfare of the nation. My body, my mind, every thought is of the welfare of the nation. How to protect, how to increase, how to develop. So this devotion is devoted to God from boyhood. From boyhood. As a small boy is moving about freely in the world, but his inner being is offered to God. That we see even in the later days of his life. I am jnani from outside, I am bhakta from inside. Vivekananda says, Sri Ramakrishna is externally he looks like a devotee, inside is full of jnana surya. And I am exhibiting jnana, and within myself I am only a devotee of God. So this devotion you can see throughout his life. Wherever he fights, whatever he does, is to express that devotion to God and to make others go in the right path. A devotee of God has greater responsibilities also. When I say I am a devotee, I represent God. My behavior in the world, behavior with every person, while moving about vyavahara level, absolute perfection in morality, truthfulness, all this I must have. The courage to face the world, everything you must have. Because oppositions, hurdles, trials and tests go constantly on, and you have to transcend and go. So devotee I cannot live as I want because I am devoted to God. No. Devoted to God, it begins with a personal God, and as the understanding of God expands, his own understanding of himself also changes. And also his view of the world changes. The God who was there in a particular aspect I was loving and worshipping, be it Rama or Christ, whatever it is, my ideal, As the understanding of God goes on changing, it goes on expanding, I also expand with it. I start seeing the same God in all beings. My love and devotion to God extends to all people. My behavior changes. This is what happens even in Naren's life. You can see how he expands himself to be one with the universe, one with all beings, one with all differences dissolve when a devotee reaches his perfection in being one with God. Devotee is ultimate, is worshipper and worshipped become one. So at that stage he sees except God nothing exists. And he being devoted to God and devoted to the world, devoted to nature, devoted to humanity is all one. There is no separation. So Nare has been devoted since his very boyhood. How are you going on with your meditation nowadays? The topic is changing. What he has to put the seed, Sri Ramakrishna has put. Now he is changing the subject. Why? From somewhere, from Naren to him, yourself. Usually we see this aspect of a teacher. He tells everything and looks at the disciple to see where he is. I give very high ideals and then see where is that person. He will be just blinking and hearing. And then where are you? How much could you understand? Now understanding Naren needs deep meditation. Can we understand God? Can we understand His ways? Can we understand anything of God? Only way is to pray and contemplate, meditate. O Lord, I meditate upon you, you awaken me from within. Dhimahi prachodayat. I meditate upon you, Dhimahi. You awaken me. I can't reach. You have to reach me. I can only do is, I can meditate. I cannot come to you, fly and come to you. Though you are everywhere. Though you are everywhere, I can't reach you, I cannot see you. Because I don't have a sense which can perceive you. You have to give that Divya Chakshu by which I can perceive you. You have to reveal yourself. You have to reach me. I can't reach you. Only thing I can sit in a comfortable posture and close my eyes, maximum, pray to you and think of you. This is, he is asking now, all right, Naren is so and so, what are you doing now? How are you getting along with your meditation nowadays? How are you getting along with your meditation nowadays? It is like a horse which has loosened its grip and gone away. We keep the horses tied. By chance you leave and go, and the moment it sees master is coming, it starts walking a little faster somewhere. It wants freedom. All beings want freedom. Children, mother comes out, children will start running. This horse also starts running, walking faster. Then, oh, it has loosened its grip. It may go here, there. He runs behind the horse and horse starts running farther, faster. How? What can you do? This is meditation. That is why Sri Ramakrishna is using fine words here. How are you getting along with your meditation nowadays? How are you getting along? Getting along means usually this term is used in family affairs. How are you getting on with your family? How are you getting with your children? So, because their ways is different, your ways are different, generation gap, and all that comes. How are you getting along? How are you getting along your meditation nowadays? So there is a difference between the ideal and what I am. Ideal is very clear to me. But I am somewhere else, and I am bridging the two ideals and myself with some imaginary things. Most of the people will fill the bridge with talk, empty talks between the ideal and the real. So this gap has to be reduced. I must become one with the ideal. Meditation is where the gap between me and God is dissolved. How far you have been able to dissolve this difference? You are somewhere, God is somewhere. In meditation, are you able to go closer and closer to God? Bring God closer and closer to you. Means there is no gap between me and this is getting along. How are you getting along with your meditation nowadays? Yes, it is very nicely going on. Means I am feeling more and more presence of God. More clear is the vision of my Ishta Devata in my heart. Very clear to me. Then next day, still more clear. So every now and then he is wondering. I become so intimate, so close, so clear is his picture, clear presentation, as if he is living there in my heart and I am playing with him there. When we say heart, it has no dimensions, always remember. My heart is this much, God will be this much, I will be here in this much. No, there is no dimension. You can be gigantic and God also will be gigantic there. When you say heart and entering and meditation, break the dimensions. It is without dimension always. Meditation you go with breaking down the dimensions. What aspect of God appeals to your mind with form or without form? Because with what you can develop the closeness, with what you can dissolve the difference between you and God. God is somewhere, I am somewhere. How to reduce this difference and dissolve this difference? We'll continue tomorrow. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhritavikraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamedhyam Tam Ramakrishna Shirasa Namamaha.